welcome back to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, you know my next guest is Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones and Captain Phasma in the new Star Wars movies. Please welcome Gwendoline Christie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Now, you are known for playing a couple of real badasses. Obviously, for the few people out there who may not know, there's Brienne of Tarth right there. Okay. And here is Captain Phasma right there. Let me ask you something. The last movie, you know, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next one. But I kept on waiting for you to take this damn helmet off so I could see Gwendoline Christie. Did you think you were going to be taking the helmet off in the last movie?
Well, when I was lucky enough to be cast in Star Wars, it was a tiny, tiny role. You know, It was only a couple of days. And a few things evolved, actually, which was that Disney found that the character was really working for them. JJ created this character. Yes. And what they loved about it, and what I particularly loved about it, was that in our mainstream media and our entertainment, we're not used to relating to a female character based on, conventionally, much other than the way that the woman looks. So in films, you know, I always used to get very frustrated when I was little about the fact that the woman seemed to be the kind of girlfriend character or the mother or non-essential to the plot, and often would be scantily clad in some way. So the idea of a genderless suit of armor for a female character in a Star Wars film where you're not forming a relationship with her based on how she looks, on how her body looks, felt exciting to me. It was a practical suit of armor. And that air of mystery in an age we live in where it's just an avalanche of information actually felt really refreshing to me.
I like practical suit of armor.
Practical suit of armor!
You are known, both of these, because that's a practical suit of armor right there, and that's a practical suit of armor.
That is in space!
I know, it's not like the Princess Leia, you know, God bless Princess Leia, but just like the brass up here and the brass down there.
Yeah.
Normally, women are given like a breastplate and not much of one at that.
You know what, you don't need any more than that.
Yeah, exactly. And just, you know, a thong or something like that.
You've got your thong to keep you warm, love.
Well, let me ask you this. How funky does it get inside these helmets?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying you have that thing on. It must get kind of sweaty in there.
Oh, you mean that? Not that I've got a disco going on inside it.
Oh, no.
Right, okay.
I don't mean funky like... Oh,
that's what I thought you meant. No. You know, I'm in there enjoying myself, you know, doing a sort of Egyptian head
how
move.
sweaty, how like...
If you think for 1 second that I perspire, you are wrong.
Oh.
That's the first thing.
You glow.
I don't glow. Captain Phasma glows.
Well, JJ said that you're his favorite character in the new Star Wars movies. What is it that's so special about Captain Phasma? Is there anything, guess what I'm saying, is there anything you can tell us about what Captain Phasma does? And I should have you know that I've already spoken to Mark Hamill, I've talked to JJ, they told me about the big, you know, surprise. And what's your impression of that big surprise in the movie?
Well, let me just go ahead and tell you what happens in the end.
Oh, that'd be great. We'll turn off the cameras. No? Can you tell me anything about Captain Phasma?
What I
Backstory?
can tell
Did she have a happy childhood?
What do you think? Someone like that?
I don't think she had
Someone that elects to wear clothing that devoids them of any senses. Clearly had a very happy childhood, feels comfortable and relaxed with the world. No issues here. I think that what I can tell you is that, well, we've seen a trailer. Do you know what? I'm feeling spicy. We've seen a trailer.
Yes.
And in that trailer, there appeared to be some kind of conflict. Have you watched the trailer?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, sure. Against you and Finn.
Okay, now I know you've watched the trailer. So...
What, do you think I'm gonna lie to one of my guests?
I don't know, we've just met!
I see every movie, I read every book.
Okay, well, good, now I know that.
I've been lying, I don't really see any of them.
Who are you? You're as mysterious as Captain Phasma.
You grew up in the English countryside, I understand.
Yes, I did.
What was the town you grew up in?
I grew up in a tiny, tiny village at the foot of the Downs, which was just
The
surrounded...
foot of the Downs?
Yes, which are hills.
Okay.
Where I come from, a down is a hill. It's a gentle, rolling hill.
Okay.
And that's where a young, tall girl grew up and was released into the world and spent her days in forests and fields. This is all true.
This is all true?
This is true.
Your parents would release you into the world in the
Go
beginning of the
forth,
day.
child. Go forth and frolic in the woods.
Well, are there things that you could do, like, you still live in the country?
No, sorry.
Do you miss it? Or, like, do you have...
No, sorry.
Did you study in London?
I did.
Okay, where'd you go?
I went to Drama Centre London, which is a classical method school.
Okay, as opposed to...
Just a classical school.
And was this sort of like method acting as like Stanislavski, that sort of thing?
Yeah, and
he said the actor,
Strasbourg.
no less than the soldier, must be subject to iron discipline.
Well,
Were they iron disciplinarians there?
I actually remember in our very first year, you had to help out in the third year productions. And you know, they kind of broke you down and made something out of you in a way, or you put yourself back together. We had to work on the third year productions and we had to dismantle the stage after they'd done their agent showcase. And I walked in and said, hello, what can I do? And they handed me a scaff spanner and said, get down on the floor and start dismantling the stage. And I said, but I'm wearing a Sonia Rykiel jumper. And they said, just get down on the floor and dismantle the stage. So it lowered my appreciation of designer clothes.
Well, thank you so much for being here. It's lovely to meet you. Star Wars The Last Jedi opens December 15th. Gwendoline Christie, everybody. We'll be right back. Don't forget to click subscribe. It's almost as satisfying as skip ad.